we have seen that there are multiple short-term target of 23%, 43% and 65%, and we have a long-term target of 153% and 182% going forward. Hello friends, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss a steel giant and a Maharatna of Central Public Enterprises, which is Steel Authority of India Limited. So we are going to discuss the overall market size of steel manufacturing. We will also discuss the future prospects available as far as the growth of the steel manufacturing is concerned. We are also going to discuss the financials of Steel Authority of India, and we will see how much potential is available in Steel Authority of India and how it can make our money grow 3 times in coming future. So before starting, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe my channel so that it will make us build our community and you will get a regular update of value buying opportunity in the stock market, and you will learn how to do a fundamental financials and technical analysis of value buying opportunity and the stocks. So let's start our discussion. So let me share my screen and take you through the quarterly performance report of Steel Authority of India, where they have discussed about the overall market size and the capacity and the production of steel as far as the Indian market is concerned. So this is the report of Q2 FY22 from the Steel Authority of India. So if you can see, the total crude steel production in million tons per annum stands at 1864 in FY 2020. So out of the total 1864 million tons of steel production, China contribution is around 60%. And now if we talk about the Indian steel production in FY 21, Indian steel production stands at 103 million tons per annum. Now I would like to show you some of the facts and figures. If you can see, global steel demand is expected to increase by 4.5% in 2021 and 2.2% in 2022. Now the second point, which is very critical here. So China is set to see a negative growth in 2021 at -1% and no growth, or they are currently de-accelerating the steel production in FY 2022 and going forward. So China is reducing their steel production, so their contribution, overall contribution of steel production is going to be decreased in coming years. So to meet the overall world demands of steel, rest of the world has to increase their production going forward. So that is one of the positive point for India, as we are the second largest producer of steel overall. Now if we talk about the Indian market, so there are only 3 major players as far as the steel production is concerned. So the first is JSW, the second is Tata Steel, and the third is Steel Authority of India Limited. These 3 major giants contributes around 50 to 60% of total steel production in India. So JSW has the production capacity of around 18 million tons per annum. Tata Steel has the production of steel around 17 million tons per annum, and SAIL has the production capacity of 16 million tons per annum. So as far as future steel demand is concerned, as per National Steel Policy 2017, India is estimated to have the demand of 300 million tons per annum. So currently our production capacity stands at around 100 million tons per annum. So going forward in next 7-8 years, the demand and the estimated production capacity is going to increase multifold by 3x. So there is a direct growth potential as far as the demand is concerned. Now the second important point is, if we talk about the per capita consumption of steel in India, it stands at only 75 kg. And if we talk about the world's average of steel per capita steel consumption, it stands around 225 kg. Again, there is a 1/3 consumption of steel as far as the Indian consumption is concerned compared to the world's average. Again, there is a 3x potential growth going forward as far as the per capita steel consumption is concerned. Let me show you the data regarding the investment and the capex which SAIL is putting to make their production capacity increment from 15 million tons per annum to 20 million tons per annum. This is the data again from their performance report of Q2 FY 2022, and you can see SAIL's modernization and expansion plan for going forward. Currently, their production capacity stands at 15 million tons per annum of crude steel production, and they are going to expand their production capacity to 21.4 million tons per annum. This is the future investment plan of SAIL to meet the future demand going forward. So we have discussed about the overall market size and the Indian production capacity. We have also discussed the future growth prospect as far as the per capita consumption of steel is concerned, and the second is the estimated demand in 2030, which is 300 million tons per annum. So these are few of the positive points, and as steel sector is concerned, this has a direct correlation with the Indian GDP growth. So to make the India GDP grow with double-digit figure, steel sector and the other infrastructure sector has to perform and grow at a double-digit figure. So again, there is a direct correlation as far as the steel sector and the India's GDP is. Let's analyze the financials of Steel Authority of India Limited and see how this stock is available at much discounted price and how this company has performed in the last 4-5 quarters. So market capitalization of SAIL is 43,412, and most critical part, if you can see, the stock PE is just 3.26. So the stock is available at a much discounted price as far as the stock PE is concerned. So to calculate the stock PE, you have to just divide the market capitalization with the trailing 12 months profit, which is 9,272. So if you can divide this 43,412 by 9,272, you will get the stock PE. And we will also see the forward stock PE on the basis of the quarterly result. Now the second important point is the book value of SAIL is 128, and the current market price and the current share price is only 105, which is lower than the book value. So again, this is a second positive point where we have find that this stock is available at a much discounted price. As far as the quarterly result is concerned, if you can see in last 4 quarters, it has posted the highest ever revenue and the highest ever net profit. In December 2020, the revenue was 19,800. As on September 2021, it has posted the revenue of 26,822 crore. And again, if you can see, net profit of last 12 quarters from 1,468 in December 2020, it has increased to 4,339, which is the highest ever net profit. So again, the company is showing the consistent growth as far as the revenue and the net profit is concerned. Now let's talk about profit and loss statement. So if you can see, from March 2010 up to March 2015 or even March 2017, the growth was stagnant as they have taken huge loan to build their capex going forward. But after 2017, they have consistently increased the revenue. You can see in March 2018, the revenue was 57,000 crore, and currently in March 2021, it has posted 70,114 crore, which is a highest ever revenue. And if you can see the trailing 12 months revenue, it stands at 90,000 crore. So company is posting the highest ever revenue in last 3-4 years. So as far as the net profit is concerned, in March 2021, it has posted 4,148 crore net profit, and in last 3 years, it has posted positive net. And if you can see the trailing 12 months of net profit, it is highest ever net profit, which stands at 13,174. With a market cap of 40,000 and trailing 12 months of net profit, that is 13,000. If you can divide this, you will get a forward PE of just 3. So again, which is a very positive sign for the investors, because this stock is available at much discounted price and which can grow investors' money 2x and 3x going forward. Now let's see the borrowings of company. So if you can see, the borrowings was highest ever in March 2020, which was 54,127. But immediately next year, they have reduced their borrowings to 37,000 crore. And as on September 2021, it has further reduced to 24,702 crore. So again, the company is regularly reducing their borrowings, and because of that only, they have shown the consistent growth in the net profit. Now let's see the current work in progress, which we talked about during the fundamental analysis. So the CWIP is going to be added in the near future to the fixed asset once the expansion project will be completed and their production capacity will increase from 15 million tons per annum to 20 million tons per annum. Now, as far as the cash flow is concerned, cash from operating activity as on March 2021 is highest ever, that is 23,430 crore. So again, whatever the profit they are making, they are getting the cash on regular basis. Now, as far as the shareholding pattern is concerned, so recently the government did the disinvestment in Steel Authority of India. So from 75% of their shareholding currently stands at 65%. And FII holds 4.41%, DIIs hold 10.51%, and public holds 20%. So this is about the shareholding pattern. So we have seen the financials of Steel Authority of India. So it is consistently showing the growth as far as the revenue and the net profit is concerned in the last 4 quarters. And the second point is company is available at a stock PE of 3 and the current share price is less than the book value. So these are positive points about the company. Let's talk about the technical and see how much potential is available in SAIL. So this is the chart of Steel Authority of India. So currently, if you can see this price level of 105, this is a very strong support price level, and which I can show you in the weekly chart pattern. So let me take you through the weekly chart pattern of Steel Authority of India. So if I can draw a horizontal line on this 105 price level, you can see this is a strong resistance and support line. So this was the resistance where the stock price has given the breakout, and again it has taken the multiple support as far as this price level is concerned. You can see these are the support. So the stock prices are taken the multiple support at this price level. So that is why this is a strong resistance and support line. And again, if you can see this 105 price level, the stock was trading at the same price level 11 to 12 years back. That is, this stock is currently available at a much older price level. So that is why this is a very good value buying opportunity as far as the chart pattern is concerned. So if you can see the red horizontal line of price level 293, that is the all-time high price level it has posted in 2007. And the second all-time high it has posted this price level, that is 264. So let me take you through the daily chart pattern and see how much potential is available in Steel Authority of India Limited. In SAIL chart pattern, reverse head and shoulder has formed. So let me draw the horizontal line, that is the neckline. So this is the neckline of 104 price level. And if I can draw this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So this is the reverse head and shoulder pattern. On basis of reverse head and shoulder, if I can take the lower price level up to the neckline and take this price level and put it on the neckline, we will get our technical target. So from current price level of 105, the technical potential available is around 65%. So from current price level, the potential available is 65%. And we have seen that the book value is 128. So let me draw the 128 price level. So this is the 128 price level. So even from the current price up to the book value, the potential available is 23%, which is a short-term target. And if we can take this price level, which they have posted again of 151, from current price level up to 151, the potential available is 43%. So these all are the short-term target, that is the 23% up to the book level. The second is 43% up to the price level of 151. And the third is 65% as per our reverse head and shoulder technical analysis is concerned, with a price level of 174. Now, if we talk about the all-time high price level which they have posted in 2008-2009, from current price level up to the price level of 264, the potential available is 153. And that is why I told you that this has a potential to make investors money 3x coming future. And if we can take the current price level up to the all-time high of 293, so up to the all-time high of price level 293, the potential available is approx 182%. So again, we have seen that there are multiple short-term target of 23%, 43%, and 65%. and we have a long-term target of 153% and 182% going forward. Also, if you can see the activity in terms of volume which is happening in the recent past. So this is the area of activity by the traders recently which is happening in the Steel Authority of India. So again, this is also a positive sign, because as this stock is available at a stock PE of just 3, so many investors are making their position in Steel Authority of India. So I am a buyer in Steel Authority of India because of the future growth prospect, and I am a buyer with both the target, the short-term target and the long-term target of 3x money in near future. But again, when I am saying I am a buyer, this is not a buying or selling recommendation. Please do your due diligence or consult your financial advisor before investing in the stock market. So here we learn about how to do the fundamental financials and the technical analysis, and we have seen that how much potential is available, and with the stock PE of 3, the company is showing the consistent financial growth as far as the revenue and net profit is concerned. So these are the very positive sign for the investors, and this is how we can do the analysis and value pick the stock for our investment purpose. So I hope you have liked this video. I will see you in next video. Thank you.